We're here tonight on April 24th, 2023 for the Economic Development Subcommittee. And could we all rise to salute the flag? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call of the members of the Economic Development Subcommittee meeting. Councilor Morabito?
Here.
Here. Councilor Rizzo is absent. Councilor Visconti?
Here.
Here. Councilor McKenna? Here. And Chairman Silvestri?
Here.
Here. There's 2 items on tonight's agenda. Motion presented by Council President Keefe that the mayor request the housing liaison and the affordable housing trustees to collaborate with the Revere Housing Authority in planning use of vacant and underutilized land and properties to add more affordable space for Rivere's residents. This collaboration could involve a public and private partnership to increase affordability for the city's senior population.
So do we have anything from the board members? No. Madam Clerk, can we place this on file?
Yes. Next item on the agenda is Council Order 22-264, motion presented by Councilor Silvestri, that the City Council conduct a financial impact study relative to medical and recreational marijuana within the City of Revere. Further, that this discussion be referred to the Economic Development Subcommittee.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. So back in November, we had a gentleman consultant come up and discuss a little bit about cannabis and recreational and medical marijuana. As we know, here in the City of Revere, we only allow for 1 license, medical, which can be transferred to recreational once open. I had a chance to speak with that business owner this afternoon. We're going to meet in a couple weeks. His opening date was planned for this spring. He now says that it looks like he's going to be planning on more of a November or a December timeframe. And I just wanted to go over a few things that came out of the impact study. There's over 30 cities in the Commonwealth that are exceeding between $500 and $1.5 million a year in tax revenue from cannabis. And I know a lot of people look at it like the market has been saturated and there's not a lot left on that tree. But a city like Revere that's vastly growing, that has tourist attractions, I think there is a appetite and for recreational and medical cannabis to open up. And I think if we do this properly and we do it strategically, we could do it and place them in the city, such as Squire Road. I did some research on the Squire Road and Route 99 in Melrose. And the reason I did those 2 was to see the traffic impact. Route 99 in Melrose is the home to Garden Remedies. Currently, Garden Remedies is seeing between 800 and 1,300 customers a day. They're doing anywhere between $1.2 and $1.5 million a month. And that is revenue that I believe that we're leaving on the table. There are many things that we can do here in the city and moving forward. But I just wanted to keep this a open discussion. If there's anything else put on by that would like to be discussed by the other members. Councilor Morabito.
Mr. Chairman, did you say a impact study was already conducted? Is that where you got your information from?
Correct.
So this motion is no longer valid, right? Because this motion is asking for a financial impact study?
Well, this is more or less just giving the results of what came from it. Okay. Yes.
Got it.
Anything else?
Did the study mention anything, did it gather any data on potential employment or business opportunity in terms of like jobs?
Yes, so it opens up the market from anywhere from level entry jobs to careers in general management. That is why I think we need to look at this strategically. I believe we have areas in the city, down on Railroad Ave for one, that have enough space that we could look into agriculturally growing. We could do a lot of things here within the city that can help generate revenue in other areas just besides the recreational selling of marijuana.
One more question. Obviously, there are proponents, but what are the potential risks that the study showed, like as far as public health, safety, infrastructure?
So traffic was one. And traffic impact was mainly the one that came up in most areas. When cannabis first came out, they had like community host agreements. That has now been found illegal because cities were saying, you know, if you want to open up here, you know, we want a fire truck, or we want this. That is no more. That is now illegal. So what the city has to do is once the dispensary opens, they have to study the dispensaries on the hook for studying the impacts of the area. And then the money that comes in from revenue, that's how that money can be used now. So to just like say we're gonna bring it in and use it for X, Y, and Z, it has to be correlated directly with the impact that comes from it. But as far as health and in keeping up with education, these are all areas that the revenue could go towards if came out. Like we could go towards educating students and residents.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Councilor Cogliando.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to bring back some other details that actually Chairman Silvestri had brought up previously, which is we're already it's already being advertised in the city. We have multiple billboards for businesses outside of the city, and even more than that, there's cities that are delivering to Revere. So I think we really are missing out on a lot of tax revenue that could go do some real good in this city. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, did we get a copy of that report? I didn't see one.
I can have it sent out. Actually, CFO Viscay sent it to me earlier this afternoon. I can make sure you get it all.
Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our meeting of Economic Development, April 24th, 2023.
Welcome. Today is Monday, April 24th. Welcome to the meeting of Legislative Affairs. If everyone will please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Roll call of the members of the Legislative Affairs Subcommittee. Councilor McKenna? Here. Councilor Novoselsky?
Here.
Here. Councilor Powers? Absent. Councilor Silvestri?
Here.
Here. And Chairman Morbido?
Here.
Here. Quorum is present. There's one item on this evening's agenda. This is an ordinance further amending the meeting times of governmental bodies.
This motion was presented by Councilor Sereno. And he has nothing to say. Basically, this amendment just cleans up the language in the ordinance for governmental bodies and their meeting times. Currently, no committee is able to start prior to 5 PM. What this will do, this will exempt the school committee, license commission, and council on elder affairs from that subsection in the ordinance. Is there any members on a subcommittee that would like to speak? This is basically clear and simple. So if we can take a roll call to report it with a favorable recommendation.
On an ordinance further amending meeting times of governmental bodies with a favorable recommendation, Counselor Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Powers is absent. Counselor Silvestri?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor McKenna?
Yes.
Yes, and Chairman Morabito?
Yes,
Yes, the ordinance will receive a favorable recommendation.
so we'll report this out favorably to the city council as a whole, and this meeting is adjourned.